It's the silence after the spiritual war. The moment the universe finally holds its breath, and you are still standing. You can feel it, can't you? The static in the air has cleared. The pressure that once defined your every move has simply dissolved. You've been reforged in an unseen fire, and your entire frequency, the very signal you broadcast to the cosmos, has been permanently rewritten. This isn't just a new chapter, it's a new dimension of your being. But this new, electric calm, this is where the real mystery begins. How do you know for sure that the trial is finally over? The universe doesn't send a trophy. It sends signals. Subtle, powerful, unmistakable markers that prove you've crossed the invisible threshold. They are confirmations that your old reality is already rearranging itself to match the powerful woman you've become. So, are you watching closely? Let's decode the 6 profound signs that the divine feminine has officially passed the test, and that nothing will ever be the same. 1. The mastery of triggers, from reaction to observation. A profound sign of your spiritual evolution, a true marker that you have passed an inner test, is the mastery of your triggers. It's the surreal and quiet moment you notice that the very things which used to send you into an emotional spiral, a specific name, a certain memory, a familiar rejection, simply no longer have the power to break you. The trigger itself may still arise, but your entire being has fundamentally shifted in response to it. Where there was once an immediate, painful reaction, there is now a sacred, conscious pause. This is the shift from reaction to observation. You no longer identify with the intense emotional charge that floods your system. Instead of becoming the anger, the fear, or the sorrow, you become the calm, neutral observer. You can watch the emotion rise almost as if it's old data playing on a screen, recognizing it as energy finally leaving your system. You are no longer the storm. You are the vast, unshakable sky watching the storm cloud pass. You have learned to hold space for the feeling without becoming its captive. This state is divine neutrality. You've stopped seeing these triggers as personal attacks or evidence that you are failing. You now recognize them for what they are, signposts. They are simply pointing to the last vestiges of an old frequency, the final echoes of a wound that has already healed at its core. Each time you observe without reacting, you reclaim a piece of your power. This is how your peace becomes unconditional. It no longer depends on the world outside of you behaving in a certain way. It transforms from a fragile hope into an unshakable foundation, an anchor you've built within your own soul. You have proven that your inner state is no longer for sale, and that mastery is the ultimate freedom. 2. The sanctuary of solitude, from loneliness to wholeness. Perhaps the most profound and liberating sign that you have passed the test is the transformation of solitude. There was a time when being alone felt like a punishment, a painful void, or a state of agonizing lack. It was a silence that only amplified the ache of waiting for someone or something to arrive and make you feel complete. But now, you find that this very same solitude has become your most sacred sanctuary. You no longer just tolerate it, you actively crave it, recognizing it as the essential space where you can finally hear your own soul. In this quiet, you are not empty. You are in deep communion. This is your time to recharge your spirit, recalibrate your energy, and connect directly with Source, free from the static and projections of the outside world. The feeling of loneliness has not just faded, it has dissolved completely. It has been replaced by the profound realization that you are, and always have been, your own best company. You've discovered that the divine presence you were seeking externally lives and breathes within your own heart. This shift creates a state of unshakable wholeness. You are no longer an empty cup waiting to be filled by another's love or validation. You have become your own wellspring, a complete and self-sustaining energetic circuit. You are finally, fully, and unconditionally filled from within. This is the frequency of divine self-possession, the moment you stop searching for home and realize that you are home. From this state of inner fullness, your entire relationship with the world changes. You no longer seek connection from a place of desperate need or energetic emptiness. Instead, you are now able to connect as an overflow of the abundant, radiant love that you naturally embody. You don't need anyone to complete you. You are simply looking for a place to share the wholeness you have cultivated. This is the vibration of true sovereignty, and it is the most magnetic and powerful frequency you will ever hold. 3. The unmistakable voice, intuition as authority. A pivotal sign that you have truly passed the test is the profound shift in your relationship with your inner voice. What was once a quiet, hesitant whisper, so easily drowned out by the noise of fear, logic, or the opinions of others, has now become a clear, calm, and definitive voice. It no longer feels like a suggestion you might consider. It has become your absolute authority. This is the moment your intuition moves from the passenger seat to the driver's seat, becoming your primary and non-negotiable navigation system. This evolution brings a radical change in how you move through the world. You've stopped seeking external validation for what your soul already knows. The days of desperately asking for second opinions, pulling tarot cards to confirm a decision you've already made, or waiting for someone else to give you permission are over. You have become your own oracle. You understand that no one outside of you can have a clearer connection to your divine path than you do. Your internal yes and no are now trusted with absolute finality. The result is a life of startling clarity. The mental fog of confusion, the exhausting analysis paralysis, and the anxiety of second-guessing yourself simply dissolve. Decisions that once felt agonizingly complex now become simple. You don't need to logically dissect every possibility, because your intuition operates on a much higher frequency, the frequency of truth. If it feels right in your core, it is right. If it feels like a no, it is a complete sentence. This creates a new, unshakable confidence. It's not the fragile, ego-based confidence of knowing exactly what will happen. It is a much deeper, more grounded confidence that comes from knowing you are in constant, clear communication with the part of you connected to divine wisdom. You trust yourself. You no longer fear the unknown, because you know that no matter what comes, your inner authority will guide you through it, one present, aligned, and certain step at a time. 4. The resonance of truth, an allergy to inauthenticity. One of the most powerful and startling signs of your spiritual ascension is the development of an allergy to inauthenticity. Your entire energetic system has been so purified by your journey that it has become a finely tuned instrument for truth. You no longer just hear truth, you feel it. Authenticity, in people, words, and situations, resonates within you on a cellular level. It feels like harmony, peace, or a deep, quiet yes that settles into your bones. Your body has become a living truth detector, and it craves what is real. Conversely, anything that is not in alignment, dishonesty, manipulation, hidden agendas, or even just people-pleasing, now feels jarring. It's like a loud, uncomfortable static in your energy field. You may find yourself feeling physically uncomfortable, suddenly drained, or instinctively wanting to pull away from certain people or conversations without a logical reason. This is your soul's new defense mechanism. Your refined vibration can no longer tolerate the frequency of falsehood, and this allergic reaction is its way of alerting you. You've passed the test, and as a result, you are no longer fooled by surface appearances. Charismatic words, impressive masks, and carefully constructed personas cannot deceive you. You have learned to read the frequency beneath the words and the intention beneath the actions. You are no longer listening to what people say, you are feeling who they are. This isn't about looking for flaws, it's about an automatic recognition of resonance. This profound shift is not about ego or judgment. It is the embodiment of divine discernment. You are not judging others as good or bad, you are simply recognizing what is, and what is not, in alignment with your own sacred truth. Your system now instinctively repels what is false, not as an act of aggression, but as an act of self-preservation. This is the universe protecting your new, purified vibration, ensuring that your path forward is built only on what is clear, authentic, and real. 5. The closing of loops, releasing karmic and ancestral debt. A deeply sacred sign that you have passed the test is the unmistakable feeling of completion. This isn't just the end of a single chapter, it's the closing of an entire volume, one that has been on repeat for most of your life. You know those painful, repetitive patterns that have haunted you. The same toxic relationship dynamic, the same cycle of self-sabotage, the same ancestral wound that felt like a curse? Suddenly, and often without fanfare, you realize its power over you is gone. You see the pattern clearly, not as a personal failure, but as a lesson you have finally, fully integrated. This closing of the loop can manifest in different ways. It might be a final, decisive break from a toxic dynamic, where you walk away with peace instead of pain, knowing you will never return. But just as often, it's a quiet internal click. You might encounter a situation that would have shattered you a year ago, only to feel nothing. An old, gaping wound simply no longer aches. You feel the release in your very bones, an unexplainable lightness, and you know with absolute certainty that this particular lesson is finished. This profound release signifies something much deeper than personal healing. It is the releasing of karmic and ancestral debt. You feel, on a soul level, that you are no longer paying for a past you may not even consciously remember. The energetic contract is fulfilled. The cycle that may have plagued your bloodline for generations ends with you, because you were the one brave enough to face it, learn from it, and consciously choose a new vibration. This is the moment your timeline is cleared. You are no longer creating your future from a place of karmic obligation or subconscious repetition. For the first time, you are standing in true sovereignty, free to create your life based on your present, conscious choice. This is the ultimate liberation, the true reward for your endurance. You are no longer bound by the past. You have become the free and clear architect of your future. 6. The shift in creation, from desperate wanting to calm knowing. A truly profound sign that you have passed the test is the fundamental transformation of your relationship with desire. Gone is the frantic, desperate energy of wanting. You remember that feeling, the tight grip of clinging, the ache of lack, the painful anxiety that what you longed for would never arrive. That frequency, rooted in fear and incompletion, was always sending a mixed signal to the universe, asking for something while simultaneously screaming that you didn't have it. Now, that entire vibration has dissolved. In its place, your desires have become calm, clear intentions. They no longer arise from a place of, I need this to fix me, but from a place of wholeness and worthiness. You've stopped hoping something will manifest and have anchored into a deep, unshakable knowing that what is in alignment with your highest good is already on its way. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a profound energetic shift. You trust that if the desire has been placed in your heart, the path to it has already been created. This is the critical move from manifesting to embodying. Manifesting often implies effort, striving, and trying to get something from the outside. Embodiment means you have fundamentally become the frequency of what you wish to receive. You no longer chase love, you are the vibration of love. You no longer seek abundance, you are the frequency of abundance. You have stopped trying to get it, and have focused on being it. This shift brings an incredible sense of peace, especially in the in-between phase. The frantic need to know how and when disappears, replaced by an unshakable trust in divine timing. You finally understand that your only job is to hold this new vibration. You are no longer the seeker, you are the vibration of the receiver. And when you fully inhabit that frequency of calm, worthy, embodied knowing, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to match the truth you are now holding. So if these 6 signs resonated deep in your soul, take this as your confirmation. This isn't just a video you stumbled upon, it's the universe mirroring back what your spirit already knows. The test is over. The waiting is done. The version of you that was walking through the fire is not the one standing here today. You have passed, you have released, and you have ascended. Now I want to hear from you. This journey can feel solitary, so let's affirm each other in the comments. Let me know, which of these 6 signs was your biggest aha moment? Or share the one thing you've noticed that's different about you now that the storm has passed. Let's celebrate this powerful shift together. If this message validated your journey and helped you feel seen, please anchor that energy by giving this video a like. And if you are ready to stop waiting and start embodying this new, powerful frequency, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because our journey together is just beginning. Remember, you are no longer asking for signs. You are the sign. Walk in your new power. I'll see you in the next one.